Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy. Yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy. Take your pick. I'm owning in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy. It's what you mean. Why you chase the crooks and I take the lead? Living rent-free. That's my name. Go ahead, say it. Put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old. Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Man, it's always good having you, brother.
Well, well, well. How's everyone doing tonight?
Oh man, it's been.
I figure once this is all over and done with, I'm going to write a book, and this,
only if you read it, brother.
and it will be a semi-biographical novel. And this just might be my title.
Good. There you go. Needing this tonight. It's been a tough day. Well, shite. You don't need to have tough days. Well, we need to make it better. And just you know, I'm going to make it better by giving you one of these beautiful little gold stars. You're filling up the space right there. Oh, yes.
Hello, everybody.
So tasty. Hey Max, how's it going? Oh my gosh, it is crazy, this stuff that came in today, and it was just like it was like document dump from hell. It was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I spent the past like hour just getting this stuff all written up, making sure that it looked nice and good. Stop bragging it's a semi when it's a truck. Oh, that's so funny. So what happened was today is Bruce basically refiled this right here. He filed the motions for attorney's fees and basically now going after, because, oh my gosh, you took the deposition of Amanda Martin. Ms. Martin was subpoenaed for a deposition on the pretext of being a witness, but was questioned about personal matters completely unrelated to any claims or issues in this lawsuit, and blah, 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 blah. It was just this insane thing. And now if you pull this up and you look at the last filing that Bruce did, it is almost identical to this stuff. I mean, he's just bitching and moaning and complaining. Miss Martin's deposition was the subject of a video entitled Victims Advocate. I'm sorry, that was 115. This is a different one. Now, he's pulling this stuff up because he's wanting to go after Amanda Martin. Okay? He wants to make sure that her information is not published in there. He is really so about that. He's so funny. You love watching from New Zealand. Well, welcome from New Zealand. My wife and I, before the coup, we planned on taking a trip to Australia and New Zealand. That was sort of our goal. To go, because we're both certified divers. Thank you very much. We're both certified divers, so we wanted to go, do the Great Barrier Reef and have a great time. And one of our friends is from New Zealand, and he was just like, "Man, if you're going to Australia, and it's huge." He goes, "You're not gonna see the whole thing." He goes, "But go and visit New Zealand while you're there. Take like 2 or 3 weeks and go see New Zealand." So yeah, we're definitely. That's on our bucket list.
Yeah.
Good evening, Papa Daddy. Good evening, Yamaha Mods Chat.
Hey,
Early
everybody.
mug raid. Oh, we're so happy to have you here. I'm going to give you a shiny silver star for that one. That was so nice of you. Thank you very much, Wendy Bender. We always appreciate you over here. You know that. Man, I'm running out of like white on this thing. It's gonna be glorious when it's done. Right there for you. So, gotcha. Thank you so much. Yeah, we've been so if you read down through this whole thing and all the bitching and all the moaning, you need to, as Mr. Hale's like, straight in the face. And this is all the stuff that Jeremy talked about in that particular filing. This deposition of Ms. Martin also generated extensive coverage on several other YouTube channels profiting from plaintiff's litigation. That's not how that works. And it's no different than a news story. So his filing here falls so flat. I mean, in it, and I will say this time and time again, his filing falls. It falls flatter than a 10-year-old girl. It's just flat. There's nothing there. This is bad. Every single bit of this is bad. And the reason I say this is because if you if you actually looked at what was going on with all of this, the judge already ruled on this. Okay? The judge already said that Hales didn't lie about jurisdiction. This is one of the things he brings up. The defendants, Cook and Preston, tried to get the whole case thrown out by claiming the court didn't have the right to hear it anymore because Hales couldn't win enough money. And the judge rejected that, clearly said Hales did not lie or act in bad faith. Court had proper jurisdiction when the case started, and that's all that matters. And it's going to make it really hard for Bruce to show that this right here is a good filing, because after they lost the motion to dismiss this case, he filed another motion. This motion right here. This is the one that he filed. After they lost the motion to dismiss, the judge already threw this shit out. The judge already said no, no, no. And you have to remember that the law is going to allow a judge to make a lawyer pay money if they drag out a case in any way that's wasteful, dishonest, or just done to annoy people. Okay? But since the judge already said that Hales was acting in good faith, it undermines the entire foundation of what Matzkin is saying. And all of this, all it does is it looks like a payback. It doesn't look like a legit complaint. The timing is suspicious. The defendants only filed these sanctions motions after losing the attempt to kick the case out. And that makes it look like a revenge move, not a genuine legal concern. And the courts, they're not going to like this at all. Because when lawyers use motions like this to get back at the other side instead of focusing on the actual case, they get really upset. And I have a feeling this judge, knowing that Randy's going to be filing something, because Randy will file a response to this. Don't doubt it. It will come rolling in tomorrow sometime, either in the morning, afternoon, or even possibly tonight. And you have to remember that you just can't use some bullshit argument to justify statements, all these sanctions. And that's what he wants to do, is he wants to get more sanctions on him. And the courts have already said, just because your case didn't go your way doesn't mean that the other lawyer did something wrong. So filing sanctions motions after already losing on this related issue, it doesn't work, and it can even backfire on it. It's like losing an argument and then saying, well, the other guy should be punished anyway, and the judge is probably going to say no. And he's likely to see this motion for what it is, just a desperate last-ditch attempt to turn the tables after he lost. And,
well, it's like I said before. I mean, you're watching the death throes, right?
Yes.
And the closer it gets, the closer that final peal of the bell gets, the more desperate they get and grabbing and trying to grab that breath and flopping around and throwing shit at the wall. That's exactly what it is.
Well, what we'll do is we'll pull up the one that I meant to pull up right here, because this is the sanctions that he already threw in there. So the plaintiff's motion was filed by surprise without local rule 7.1 certificate. So he's bitching and moaning about the 7.1 certificate again. Okay, now he already lost on this. All right, the judge was just like, no, that's not how it works. You trying to do this bullshit for a 7.1 thing, it's not gonna fly. It is absolutely not gonna fly. The judge is not gonna deal with this shit. He's gonna,
and then when you and I, like what I said, when you're doing so much cutting and pasting, there are residual effects, whether through absorption or breathing in fumes of the glue. You have a tendency to get confused and repeat yourself and kind of, just lose it.
No, but I mean, if you take this right here, every single bit of this 96-1 emails, because he's going over all the email and all the other bullshit in this. He says, you're endlessly ridiculous. You're guilty. He's like, I'm guilty of that. I'm endlessly ridiculous. Plaintiff's counsel have been demanding better responses to discovery. Everything that he filed here is the same exact filing. I mean, from top to bottom, when the court looks at this contrived basis for the motion that was filed without required certification to influence the court to act before the undersigned, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? It is that time. Because we're not going to read this bullshit that he already filed once. We wrote a letter. So I'm getting strapped in, buddy. Get your vocal cords on, brother. We're gonna them. And of course, Welsh Lady says, Shizzywhiznut, my green jacket. I'm late. Hey there, chat. Welcome. Well, we didn't do that.
Standing naked on the edge with a bated breath.
Welsh, I just have to say, Welsh Lady, if you're late, that wasn't me. That was not me. It might have been Yamaha, but it wasn't me.
I don't think I was.
I'm not the daddy for that.
No.
Welsh Lady, I love embarrassing her. She's so much fun. All right. Let's get this music and the letter. Let me turn down the volume so it doesn't blast everyone's ears out. All right, here we go.
An open letter to Bruce. I object to reality, Matzkin. The polyflop to heard around the courtroom. Oh, the polyflop to heard around the courtroom. Okay.
Yeah.
Dear BBB, you've done it again. You've managed to drag yourself back into the courtroom spotlight. Yet another filing so limp, so legally flaccid. I genuinely had to double-check the docket just to make sure I wasn't rereading the last motion you already submitted and bombed with. Spoiler alert. It was the same thing. Different wrapping paper. Same regifted junk. Honestly, watching you practice law is like watching someone trying to iron a shirt while wearing it. Painful, pointless, and a fire hazard. Our flaming little monk. This newest filing, your response to motion for sanctions number 96, is the legal equivalent of shouting, in federal court. It's nothing but a warmed-over rehash of your previous flop, reheated in the microwave of delusion and served to a judge who's already halfway through writing the eye roll in his next order. Let's walk through the greatest hits of your response, the remix nobody asked for. You open with the, it should be stricken because it didn't have a local rule 7.1c certificate line, like that's some kind of incantation that makes the motion vanish. Bruce,
This is not Harry Potter and the procedural Hail Mary. You don't get to magic away sanctions by pointing at a missing subclause.
Then you trot out the classic Matzkin move, claiming your emails.
You got it in there.
I had no idea you were going to do that. Where was I? Ah, yes. Claiming your emails weren't sent as counsel. Let me get this straight. You sign it, Bruce Matzkin, Esquire. You're talking legal strategy. You're threatening consequences. And you're deep in the guts of a litigation you yourself filed. But you want the court to believe you were just Bruce, the random civilian, casually emailing lawyers like it's your hobby. Oh, buddy, you're not fooling anyone. You can't piss on my foot and tell me it's raining. You're just confirming that your favorite area of law is self-contradiction. And let's not skip past your own words. You're endlessly ridiculous. That wasn't directed at yourself, but it should have been. Frankly, it's the most accurate legal statement you've made in this entire case. I'm thinking of having it embroidered on a bathrobe so I can sip coffee in it during your next failed motion. Oh, that would be fucking great, dude. Another Santa hat, or a Santa hat too with it, yeah.
Yes.
And no, the bold defense of your little acronym invention. Polymop. Please, more like poorly organized litigation yelling for ludicrous outcomes and posturing, aka polyflop. We've already renamed, and it's so funny that they think that we have absolutely no idea. We're saying it, we're misquoting it, we're misutilizing it on purpose, you fucking retards. Jesus. They think we want to take this shit seriously. I mean, the fucker already lied in a filing to the court, to the judge. Oh, it's a commonly used term. Trying to make it sound like some fucking actual legal terminology that he didn't steal from somebody else. Fucking moron.
Well, and he says this stuff. Well, it's a commonly used term. Where?
Yeah, right.
Where in law is this commonly used? Tell me. Because the judge probably knows more law than you do, and he's going, I've never heard of this.
Exactly. Yeah. Jesus. We've already renamed that monstrosity, and it's going to stay that way. See, there you go. You keep tossing it in your filings like it means something, like we're all supposed to gasp and clutch our pearls. Oh, but you like them pearl necklaces. But Bruce, Polymop sounds less like a legal doctrine and more like an off-brand Roomba that gets stuck into the couch. You don't sound clever. You sound like a rejected character from Law and Order, Special Filings Unit. But the pièce de résistance, the eggplant emoji email, your defense? You didn't send it. You just replied to it. Bruce, come on, man. This isn't a forwarded joke from Aunt Linda. If the email thread includes emoji genitals and your name's on the response, you're going in the group chat. Yeah, Gentiles. I know. Emoji Gentiles. They're the ones that don't have their mushroom hood snipped. The Gentile. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, God.
Oh, they're going to get mad over that one. Anyway. You don't get to pretend you weren't part of the frat party just because you didn't spike the punch. Even better, you suggest that the journalist you were responding to should go dig into a perjured affidavit. Great job, Perry Mason. You're literally trying to enlist reporters to investigate opposing counsel mid-litigation like you're running your own Law & Order spinoff from your inbox. What's next? Live tweeting objections? Didn't this quote-unquote journalist commit more criminal acts that got him in trouble after he got out of jail? What a great group of people that you associate with. Criminals and two-time abuser of women. Bruce, your filings are so bad. I have to Velcro my helmet on tighter just to finish reading them. And I ride the short bus with pride. But even I'm asking for a transfer. Wait a minute, I thought you were the captain of this vessel. If you're getting off, I'm jumping off too. Fuck, I'm not letting this thing just go screaming down the road, freeballing it. If I see you in the seat next to me, drafting another motion. Let's be real here. The last time you filed this exact nonsense, the court barely acknowledged it before tossing it into the dumpster behind the docket. It landed harder than your client's counterclaims, and that's saying something. Yet, here you are, double-dipping on failure, like a guy who shows up to a potluck with the same cold bean salad that everyone passed over the first time. You keep whining about YouTube content like it's some dirty word. Oh, but Brucey, the only reason you're content is because you keep creating it. Oh, yeah, content. Yeah, whatever. Your filings practically write the script themselves. They're unintentionally hilarious, deeply unserious, and perfectly on brand for a man whose legal instincts are rivaled only by his gift for public embarrassment. Here's some free advice. Put the keyboard down. Step away from the filing cabinet. Stop intentionally running into walls or willingly taking it from behind while dry or just going around and getting teabagged by everyone. Take a walk. Maybe Google how not to humiliate yourself in federal court. Or better yet, sit down with a legal writing textbook and find out what an actual argument looks like. Because this isn't lawyering. It's performance art. Respectfully, but not really. Shizzywhiznut, first of his name, king of content, wearer of Velcro, slayer of polyflop, still riding the short bus and still laughing you in federal court content creation. Oh my God. That was an issue.
So bad. Oh, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I really couldn't. It was just writing itself. I mean, oh. Oh,
Man.
Angela Quinn trying to watch you and Tug at the same time. Well, that sounds pretty hot. I mean, if you know, you know. Just saying.
Some people like to watch.
They do. Oh, that was
Stephen Bear. You walking a thin line with us non-denominational foreskins. Well, yeah, you know.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
I'll never look at a mushroom the same again. Yeah.
I hope not. I hope not. Oh. So let's get into this motions for attorney's fees. This is, like I said, this is the second time he's filed the motions for attorney's fees. Defendant's movement pursuit. He's just begging at this point for an order that the plaintiff's counsel pay reasonable attorney's fees for unreasonable and vexatious multiplying proceedings by noticing and taking the deposition of Amanda Martin. Now, it's not really unreasonable and vexatious if he's taking the deposition of Amanda Martin, because he notified the court at the very beginning of this. Okay, that this was all listed in there. But was questioned about personal matters completely unrelated to any claims or issues in this lawsuit. No, he's laying a foundation. See, that's something about a deposition. You're asking questions, you're laying foundation for this. And then, of course, he wants to put in a memorandum, any attorney or other person, blah, 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 about all this stuff. And, of course, right here, he says at the top of this, it says, because he put a little sub thing underneath this for this motion, thinking he's being smooth. Although two pending motions, Doc 104 and 105, state they seek an order that the plaintiff pay a reasonable attorney fee. The statute by its term applies to counsel, and those motions should be considered as such along with the third motion. Really? Really? That's all you've got? Under the plain language of the statute, three factors must be present in order to justify an imposition of sanctions. One, an attorney must engage in unreasonable and vexatious conduct, which Bruce has done. An attorney must such unreasonable and vexatious conduct must multiply the proceedings, which Bruce has done. Yet again, with this filing, the amount of the sanction cannot exceed the cost occasioned by the objectionable conduct. Well, the objectionable conduct would be that if he has to file a response to all your bullshit and you keep filing crap on top of it, that right there is sanctionable. Those right there you can ask for fees for if he has to reply to all your bullshit. More particularly, the term unreasonably necessary connotates that the district court must compare the attorney's conduct against the conduct of a reasonable attorney. Yes, most reasonable attorneys, at this point in the case, you would not have over 115 filings, or at 115 filings. There wouldn't be that much.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
And then, of course, an attorney to make a judgment about whether the conduct was acceptable according to some objective standard. No, it's more than just some objective standard. The firm vexatiously similarly requires evaluation of the attorney's objective conduct. For the definition of vexatious, meaning without reasonable or probable cause or excuse, harassing, annoying, which is what he's been doing. Because he's trying to settle this stuff with Bruce via emails, because having a phone conversation, I'm sure, is just like he just gets him, won't shut the hell up, wants to continue carrying on. And so he's like, I'm just going to do this by email. I don't know this for a fact, but I can assume that that would be the proper way to handle anything with Bruce. So that way, whenever he writes and calls you a scumbag, that you can put that stuff in there, which is what he did exactly. Although an attorney's subjective conduct is the focus of the analysis, the attorney's subjective state of mind is frequently an important piece of the calculus, because a given act is more likely to fall outside the bounds of acceptable conduct and therefore unreasonable and vexatious. And then he quotes Smith versus Psychiatric Solutions, On February 14th, the plaintiff's counsel spent approximately 90 minutes deposing Miss Martin about topics. No, he was laying down foundation about the claims and issues in the case. From the question, it appears the plaintiff has an axe to grind. I guess I should have read that better. With Miss Martin, because she was the Levy County Victims Advocate assigned, but he's left an important part of this out. She was assigned to Jeremy when defendant Preston filed for a state court restraining order against the plaintiff in fall of 2023 for stalking her physically online. Now you have to remember that during this, she was supposed to be advocating for Jeremy. She didn't advocate for Jeremy because she didn't like him, and that was what the questioning was about. He was laying foundation to see how honest and truthful she could be in her giving of the deposition. Attorney Shockett questioned Ms. Martin, among other things, making a dirty face at the plaintiff during a court date where she was supposed to be advocating for him, making a comment to the plaintiff's then counsel that he was an asshole and psychotic, which is reasonable because you're trying to lay foundation. Her relationship with her son, including, continued to delve into it after Miss Martin revealed that she is unaware of her son's whereabouts. Doesn't matter. She knew about her son's whereabouts at the time. Read her feelings about the plaintiff having publicly read her husband's obituary on YouTube and other topics having nothing whatsoever to do with the defendants or the claims against them. No, it's all called laying foundation. To know the state of mind that you've got a hostile witness, and that this person, along with Preston, is attacking him. Miss Martin was clearly not familiar with the claims or allegations in this case. No, that's not true, because she was very clear. Once he brought it up and he pulled it out of her, she was very much aware of these claims because she's been in communication with people surrounding this case, whether they've been contacting her or whether she's been contacting them. Never got into that. Miss Martin was clearly not familiar with the case. Even when Attorney Shockett questioning upset her to the point of causing her to cry on 2 occasions. I don't know. When the undersigned finally interjected that the questioning had no relevance and the deposition was being used for harassment of the witness, the plaintiff's counsel began threatening motions for sanctions. Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you've got a hostile witness that's not answering questions, yes, you can ask for sanctions against that person.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was because Bubbles kept shooting his cockwasher off, too, and interrupting.
Exactly. If you haven't heard the deposition...
And he wasn't even her attorney.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter anyway. You can't just do that.
No, he's not supposed to. And then on top of that, he doesn't mention that also in that deposition that John Cook decided to throw his 2 cents in there also.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that motherfucker shouldn't have even been saying a goddamn thing at all. It was bad enough that Bubbles was shooting his mouth off.
No, Bubbles shouldn't have been saying a single word.
Right. But for John Cook to interject in any way, shape, or form, nah, no.
Yeah. As the deposition continued, Attorney Shockett's questions about personal, upsetting topics continued. Miss Martin called out for the other lawyer. You can't. That's not how this works. The undersigned. In response, the undersigned stated that he had no authority to terminate the deposition. Correct. If it is being used to harass Miss Martin since he did not represent her, but she could do so herself and seek a protective order. Yeah, he knows about those protective orders because he's had protective orders filed against him. This led to more threats of sanctions by Attorney Shockett for alerting the witness to her rights. No. If she wanted to know what her rights were, she would have had an attorney there. It was not your job to jump in there and do a single damn thing. Because if he would have been doing something that was unlawful or unconstitutional, that would have been a point of argument, and you could have made that point of argument after the deposition was over. But for you opening up your what do you call it again?
His cockwasher.
his cock washer. If he would have opened that thing up and if he would have just kept that thing closed, you know, he would have just got it on his face. It's shocking for alerting the witness to her rights, after which
he likes it on his face, I'm pretty sure. If you listen very closely in the still of the night, you'll hear him scream out,
"Oh, it's on my face!"
Oh my gosh, Zach,
allegedly.
It is your Zach, it is your
Zach.
birthday, buddy.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, we can't
Well, happy
let you
birthday.
get away with that. We just have to do this for you. Happy birthday to you, asshole. Happy birthday to you,
to you.
asshole. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I
Happy
don't give a
birthday.
shit.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Go fuck yourself, to you. I have to
Hey.
bust my balls anyway.
That's right. Hooray.
Calm your tits.
Happy birthday, Zach. Good to see you, man.
Happy
Good to
birthday.
see you. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Yeah, March 29th. I thought it was the 30th, but that sounds about right. Thank you. Thank you. It's Jesse's birthday too. Oh my gosh, is it Jesse's birthday? Jesse, happy birthday.
no.
I guess we'll
Everybody's
just
having
have
a
we'll just have
birthday.
well, everybody's having a birthday. Well, here's
Yeah.
one for you too. We'll just get this for you. All right, Jesse. This is for you. A happy birthday to you. Yeah. A happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jesse. Happy birthday to you.
Yes. Hooray! Hooray! Ooh. I'm sorry. It just makes me so happy whenever people have birthdays. Here's a little dance.
That dude cracks me up. God, that dude.
He's so badass.
I
He's so
know,
badass.
right? Yeah. Every time that dude dances, somewhere in the world, Michael Flatley starts crying.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Shizzy, congrats on the 8K. I love listening to the two of you laugh. Well, I didn't know I hit 8K, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'll have
Hey. Oh, well, congratulations.
well, tomorrow will be different. It'll be 8K tonight, and then it'll be like 5K tomorrow. So we'll keep what
I
I'll
told
do
you,
is
you gotta quit having me come on here. I'm just gonna. I'm just a shit cloud. And it's just
hey,
gonna be a
everybody needs a shit cloud. Everybody had Pigpen around. I mean, there was a Pigpen.
problem. Now, that's
Thank
true.
you so
I'll be your pig pen. Bring back the drums.
Bring back the drums. Happy 8K day and happy birthday, Zach and all. Well, that's awesome. I mean, I looked up today and I was just like, oh, I'm like 4 away from hitting 8K. We'll see if it sticks. Like that sticker right there. That one was for you.
Oh yes,
think
and congratulations to the expert. He hit 7K today.
Nice.
Finally.
Yes. That is cause for celebration.
Yeah.
That's always a cause for celebration, and I have the perfect celebration for him for that one.
One of these days he'll get those buttons figured out.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's perfect. I love it that Expert got to his 7K. Damn it.
Yeah.
He's been at this longer than I have. He definitely deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we continue on here with this silly thing, right?
Yeah.
If there were any relevant topics of questioning, the examination would not have suddenly ended once the witness realized she could stop it for harassment. If the undersigned had sat silently, it is believed the deposition would have gone the maximum length of 7 hours, not including breaks. No, that isn't. This right here is putting in speculation on something that you have no facts behind. Him with this statement right here. There's no facts behind this. This is just him making a statement. Well, if I would have jumped in there, this would have gone on for 7 hours. Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, he says he sent
he's
out
a
an
fucking
email.
hero, you know. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, and then of course he brings this up right here. Here are the following deponents and their dates. All depositions will be for the full 7 hours, not including breaks, and will be in person at Levy County Courthouse, except for Lisa Weeks. Her deposition will be in this particular area, and Robert Kesey, whose will be in this other area, and of course it shows the times. Now you have to understand that these particular times, most of these people weren't even deposed. And why were they not deposed? You understand why their depositions have been taken? Because they fucking dodged them.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that their depositions can't still happen, but there's no reason for him to depose these people because their depositions don't matter in this particular case because they already kicked.
The head useless turd, you know, I mean, she talks a big game. She just, typical loudmouth. She got nothing to back it up. And then as soon as she saw this process server, what'd she do? She turned her fat ass around and wobbled back into the garage to hide.
Well, it's more like she snail crawled across. Just
well, whatever.
But you know, here's the thing. There's no reason because these people were not. It ended up not being named inside of the lawsuit. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be deposed because guess what? They're in another fucking lawsuit.
Yep.
So what makes you think that that these people right here aren't going to be deposed anyway? 3 of the listed names were punitive defendants or putative. He didn't even spell punitive right. What a moron. You ever use spell check, Bruce?
Putative.
Well, punitive is spelled P-U-N.
Right.
So I guess they were playing putt-putt golf. Defendants in the armed complaint. The amended complaint, sorry, that the court already denied. Well, yeah, because the judge threw that part of it out.
It would just depend on how you use it.
Well, he's a putz, so it doesn't matter. It's depositions. You got a screenshot of 8K? Well, yeah, go get a screenshot. Go do it. Hustling. She really likes. She just wants to make my helmet glitter. That sounds dirty. After we've been talking about weens, that just sounds so bad. Damn it, Roz. I love you. Did you check your email, Rosalind? You've got to check your email because I hooked up J Hip today. It's some pretty good music. The undersigned briefly cross-examined Miss Mac to see if she knew anything about the defamatory road signs that constitute the only evidence in support. That is not the only evidence in support of the plaintiff's claims. She knew of them only via YouTube videos she was sent links for by others. Well, go figure. Which means that it's being spread around the internet. He's is admitting her guilt right here. She knew of them, only those. Nevertheless, her response became evidence. The plaintiff relied on opposition to the defendant's motion, doc number 80, to create the false appearance that her deposition serves a valid purpose. Regarding the motion's claim that the plaintiff cannot identify a single person. See, you've already shown that it's true that those signs, other people knew about them. They found out about them, and
it's irrelevant anyway. It's irrelevant as to whether or not it's the intent of the signs being done and put out there.
Yes,
and it doesn't matter whether or not anybody saw them, and it doesn't matter if it was the three that they're trying to say or conspiring or what have you, or however many it was. It's irrelevant. It's the fact that they were out there, and it's the intent.
Yeah.
I mean, we've said this before, and yet they keep trying to spin this bullshit around. No, it doesn't matter.
Miss Martin's deposition was the subject of a video entitled "Victim's Advocate Lied into Oath in Federal Case," in which the plaintiff mocked Miss Martin. Absolutely. She's a public person. You can mock her. Threatened her with legal action. Yeah, as he should, and made at least 10 threats of sanctions against the undersigned and other non-parties whose deposition subpoenas were not effectively served. Actually, those were effectively served. You just failed to recognize them, because their thing was, oh, you had to send money to it. No, you don't. That's the thing about it. This is this misconception that these people seem to have, of that they weren't properly served. And I've heard this multiple times, because they're pulling up they're pulling up AI's version of a proper serve of a deposition in the state of Florida or any other state. And the truth of that is you still have to respond to that deposition. You still have to respond to that deposition, which they didn't do. That whenever you get a subpoena, even if it isn't served properly, you're supposed to still respond to it. If not, you can be held for sanctions by the court, because they did it properly by having them served. Now, if there's a money issue, a monetary issue that's supposed to be attached with that, whenever you show up to court, they'll actually cut you a check for it. They're not going to cut you a check, especially if they think that there's a possibility that you're not going to show up, because you'll just take the money and walk away with it, which leads to bigger problems in the long run, because then it becomes felony. But that's the problem, is you can still serve them and not have to send them any damn money along with that. And see, this is their misconception on it. Oh, well, he didn't do it properly. Oh, no, actually, he did do it properly, because whenever you show up to court, they'll cut you a check for your time, because they don't know how much time it's going to be. And they're not going to cut you a check for 7 hours if you're only going to be there for 2 or 15 minutes. They're going to cut you a check for your mileage. You show up, you hand in your mileage, they notate all of that, and they have a check cut for you. But of course, they didn't read the law all the way through. They just read what AI gave them. Google is not your friend, idiots. The video can be viewed here. It ends with the monologue taken from YouTube transcript, which we already know YouTube transcripts are awful. Okay, so it's all over and done with. We're off the record. And she looks at Randy and she goes, is this done? And she's this, this female, the same thing Lynette does, an orderly disabled woman, and but then they get other psychotic individual. We need to take Jeremy Hales down and all these horrific things. And she said she's done this. And she looks at Randy, it's done. And Randy goes, yeah, hell yeah, we're off the record. And she goes, just didn't mean done. And goes, so Randy goes, sorry. This is the problem with your transcript. It sucks. The plaintiff has said he plans to have 2 experts support his defamation claim based on the signs, a handwriting expert and a traffic study expert, which they have affidavits for the handwriting expert, and those will be things that they can bring in court He also requires an expert to establish lost income that he ludicrously attributes. Now, see, this is the problem with using these adjectives. You shouldn't add these extra adjectives in there. You should actually just state the law, Bruce. If you state the law, then you might win something. Among the universe, really? We're talking about the universe. Now, of possible causes and contributors to specific social media comments by the defendants about the plaintiff about fear. He has 700,000 subscribers, Judge. You know what the judge looks at whenever he sees 700,000 subscribers? He goes, okay. What was that supposed to mean? Are you
he
saying
has to
because
try to express and impose his interpretation of things and feelings on others. I mean,
well, no, I'm just wondering. So someone has 700,000 subscribers or 6 million fans, and you start calling them a child rapist. Does that change the fact that you defamed somebody? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that right there was enough to get this in a federal court. You need to ask Mr. Hales, and I look her straight in the face, and then as I get up, not go by the stretch of the imagination, not for your son either, and I immediately walk out. Well, after I walk out and she's mad, the whole puppy dog and the whole droopy eyes thing with the tears didn't work. Well, that's not actually what he said. I mean, you're only getting a portion of what he said. Because what Jeremy said, and I can't quote it verbatim, but what Jeremy stated was she was acting all sorry and sad, and I apologize, and so we're sort of done with this, right? And he was just like, no, I will sanction you, I will sue you for the shit that you pulled on me, and immediately her demeanor changed. That's what Jeremy said. And this was after that particular court, the hearing was over. This is according to what Jeremy said, that, she was acting all, oh, please don't sue me. Please don't sue me. And he was just, like acting all tearful and sorrowful and, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It wasn't what I meant to do. See, he leaves this part of it out. Because according to what Jeremy said, said that she was sorry, that she didn't mean to do that, and forgive me. And Jeremy was just like, I'm done with your bullshit. I'm still going after you for this shit. And that's whenever her demeanor changed and she got absolutely pissed off. Because it was fake tears. Yeah. That's what he was talking about whenever he said that. This deposition, Ms. Martin, also generated extensive coverage on several other YouTube channels, profiting from the plaintiff's litigation-related storylines. Like, what, the two Lees? Is that right? Because that's what you did, is you've been covering this story, right, Bubbles? So now if anybody else talks about it, it becomes profiting from the litigation-related storylines. Whenever somebody is sitting there going, no, we're going to read the whole thing. We're going to read the whole story here. We're going to read the whole deposition. We're going to talk about this. We're going to go line by line and read through all of this garbage that you file, and we're going to mock it endlessly. And all of a sudden, it becomes profiting off of their litigation-related storylines. Is that what it is? Plaintiff's initial disclosures listed 52 names, which have been publicly broadcast on YouTube. 52 names? Really? 52 names. So who are those 52 names? Demonstrating the plaintiff's use of litigation to vex people, regardless being completely unrelated to this case, or even whether he follows through on most of them. After the court denied amending the complaint to add 6 new defendants, the plaintiff, okay, the court denied, and he still, no, actually he attempted to subpoena 3 of them, and then the court denied him to be adding to it. Get your timeline right, Bubbles. Get your timeline right. Made content out of their failures to appear, threatened sanctions, and then did nothing to compel their appearances. What, a subpoena doesn't compel their appearances? Thus far, Miss Martin is the only witness subpoenaed by the plaintiff's counsel properly, or not, to give testimony. Well, of course, I have my conclusion here. It is objectively reasonable to multiply proceedings by using litigation as a pretext to drag witnesses into depositions to interrogate them wholly unrelated to anything in this case, and so the plaintiff can make YouTube videos from it. This is what was done with Miss Martin's deposition. The court should award the defendants reasonable attorney's fees for the time wasted in the deposition. Bruce, you didn't have to be in the deposition.
Right.
So if you wasted time in the deposition, that was that was on you, dumbass. If you were there for 2 hours for a deposition, that was on you. You didn't have to be there, and neither did your client, John Cook. Neither of you had to be there. You chose to be there, as well as for the time to prepare this motion. So he took 5 hours to prepare this motion. 5 hours to write this garbage. Do you know how long it took me to write my, plaintiff's counsel falsely accused the other side of inducing their non-appearances and threatening to be deposed and being disqualified for witness tampering? Yes, you're supposed to keep your cock washer closed.
There you go.
That better? That sound better?
There you go.
Jesus Christ. It is witness tampering, dumbass.
Yeah. He's asserting himself. He shouldn't be.
Okay. So he spent 5 hours doing that. You know what I did for free? For absolute free. Not for a single God blessed. There is no
just for the
change.
pure enjoyment of it.
Just for the pure enjoyment of doing
Yes.
this. I'm like better than Pro Hoc Vice, because I'm like Pro Hoc destructive. All right, let's get strapped in for this one. This one's going to be good. Now that deserves a timeout. Yeah, BBB was on Zoom. That's his own damn fault. I call it being a bully. Well,
yeah, and then what did he keep saying? That he was going to leave? Well, fine, then I'm going to leave or some shit like that. And then he kept coming back in and running his fucking mouth. And...
If you haven't heard the deposition, go listen to it on Tug and Megan's. And guess what? At some point, I'll be reading that deposition, and you will not be disappointed. Oh, it's going to be so glorious. Everybody, we're going to kick into that music. We're going to kick into that bad boy style. We're going to get down and dirty, and I'm going to keep my pants on. Not really. Just so you know, they're never on. They're always off. I'm sitting here right now. Oh, got that leather seat just rubbing up.
Pants are prison.
They are prison.
Guy, fuck.
All right, let's get the music. Oh, that's loud.
Wow.
All right, there we go. Music is good. Here we go. Now we got the letter.
Open letter to Bubbles, the pro bono barrister. When you try to sanction the sun for shining. Oh. Dear Bruce Bubbles Matzkin, it's me again, your favorite litigation-induced migraine. And I see you've returned to the docket with another rambling, self-righteous, and utterly ridiculous filing, this time waving around 28 U.S.C. 1927 like a toddler with a plastic sword, swinging at shadows and crying about Amanda Martin's deposition like Shock had personally waterboarded her in a Starbucks. It is with great amusement and an unshakable aroma of desperation and that funk coming from your pumpernickel wafting through Pacer that I take pen to paper. Okay. Fingers or booger hooks to keyboard to address your latest filing. A motion so profoundly embarrassing It should come prepackaged with a complimentary paper bag for the reader's head. Let's just get this out of the way. I saw your 28 U.S.C. 1927 motion. Oh yes, I read every rambling paragraph of your Oscar-worthy performance where you claimed that Amanda Martin's deposition was some sort of vexatious abuse of the legal process. You spun it like a guy who learned litigation from a YouTube comments section and graduated from the University of LexisNexis Copy-Paste School of Law. Bravo. Golf clap. Let's break this one down like I ride the short bus. Slowly. With lots of crayons, so even you can keep up. Speaking of crayons, the only thing thus far that has been of worthy note to come from Bubbles Bruce Matzkin has been the mac and cheese crayons. However, this crayon eater still prefers the green ones. First off, you filed a motion complaining about time wasted during a deposition you didn't even need to attend, about a witness your client's claim has no relevance, but who you conveniently want to preclude because she dared to cry. You weren't her lawyer, Bubbles. You said it yourself, and yet now you want the court to act like you were her emotional support barrister. Since when is making someone cry during deposition grounds for sanctions? If that's the rule, then you owe the entire federal judiciary therapy and hazard pay for reading your bullshit filings. Retroactive PTSD.
Yes.
You complained that Amanda Martin was questioned about things unrelated to the case, like her credibility, her admitted bias, her proximity to restraining orders and courtroom theatrics involving your very own clients. Cry me a deposition transcript, Bruce. You act as though it's somehow abusive to ask a victim's advocate about her role in a harassment case she was directly involved in. You're whining about YouTube content. In a lawsuit, your clients filed dozens of pages of counterclaims specifically alleging Jeremy is using YouTube to harass them. And yet the minute Shockit puts a witness under oath, whatever, and asks basic questions, that's harassment. But when your clients spam defamatory road signs across county highways like they're running a hate-fueled lemonade stand, that's fine, apparently. Amanda Martin wasn't questioned about irrelevant matters. She was questioned about context. The same context you keep claiming is missing from every affidavit, every thumbnail, every clip you swear is doctored like a Bratz doll's resume. If you think asking why she's so emotionally invested in this case that she called Jeremy's attorney an asshole and asked, "Am I done for good?" is irrelevant, maybe you've forgotten how discovery works, or maybe you never knew, because you never fucking did it. You also falsely claim Shockit subpoenaed witnesses who weren't added as parties. Let me Velcro strap this concept to your forehead. Discovery doesn't require someone to be a party to the case. It requires relevance. You know, like your entire bar license doesn't require you to actually win cases, just that you file enough garbage to make the docket look like a landfill. Let's talk about those other depositions you complained about. You never objected. You never moved to quash. You just sat back and let it happen, then started crying to the judge like a kid who showed up to a gym class without his inhaler. Or a screaming monkey in a cage throwing shit around. You can't cry vexatious every time someone in this case does something you didn't think of first. Well, maybe you can. But you look like a clown when you do it. And that's not very outside the box. But let's not stop there. You attached an email chain listing 5 depositions that never even happened. Weeks, Hughes, Meeks, Cunningham, and Kesey. And still had the gall to pretend like you're the one being inconvenienced. I guess those unused legal pads and your unclaimed Zoom links are now eligible for reimbursement too. Here's what you're really mad about, Brucey. Someone finally brought a flashlight into your cave of procedural stunts to help you find that head up your ass. And now you're squealing that the light is too bright. It's not vexatious to depose someone who filed a restraining order against the plaintiff. It's called discovery. And if you spent less time filing performative tantrums and more time preparing a coherent defense, you wouldn't be in this mess.
Oh, no.
Also, thanks for the unsolicited YouTube review. I would bet a pair of my favorite Velcro shoes that Jeremy is glad you watched the video. Maybe next time bring popcorn, or better yet, bring some evidence. Because so far, your legal strategy consists of 1. Whining, 2. Threatening sanctions, and 3. Hoping the court mistakes your verbosity for validity. Also, let's talk about Zim Paget, the man who literally found the defamatory signs and gave a sworn affidavit backing the plaintiff's central claims. Now you're trying to chase him down like he's a rogue witness in a spy thriller. And when you can't get him served, what do? You cry to the court that he's evading service. He's on the run. It's a high-speed chase in a golf cart. For a deposition, you hit almost a year to arrange. You're not litigating, Bruce. You're cosplaying Perry Mason with a dial-up modem. Let me help you out there. When a lawyer tries to add 6 defendants in a rejected complaint, attempts to subpoena non-parties after being told not to, files 3 motions for fees in 2 weeks for hearings he lost, and can't secure a single deposition from the people he put on a hit list, it's not the other side that's multiplying the proceedings. It's you, Bruce. Go figure. Every time you file another motion, I half expected to come back with a laugh track. You're out here trying to argue that Jeremy's YouTube channel is somehow the cause of all the world's suffering while simultaneously exploiting your own filings to grandstand and cast yourself as the legal victim of the century. Oh, that wonderful martyr sensation that you get. Newsflash, moron. If you're doing this pro bono, the only thing you're earning is a growing reputation for wasting judicial resources. And if you're not doing it pro bono, someone's getting fleeced. Either way, it's not a good look. So here's a suggestion. Before you hit submit on the next half-baked, irony-drenched motion, accusing others of wasting time, take a long look in the mirror, hug your keyboard goodbye, and go outside. Smell the flowers. You've earned a break from embarrassing yourself in federal court. You're not Perry Mason. You are a dollar store Atticus Finch, filing 3 copies of the same motion and praying someone confuses volume with merit. Lastly, you really want to talk about multiplying proceedings? You're the one who filed 2 sanctions motions for 1 opposition, then doubled back 15 minutes later to drop your own counterclaims, and now you're trying to bill hours you never had a right to charge for. So respectfully, take a seat. The grown-ups are in the room. Warmest regards from your least favorite YouTuber, Shizzywhiznut. Still wearing Velcro shoes. Still sipping juice boxes. Still living rent-free in that rambling attic in your Google Alerts. P.S. The court ordered Jeremy to respond by tomorrow. Try not to file 4 more tantrums before then. Or do. Your humiliation is content gold. Oh my god. Oh
Yes.
man.
His humiliation is content gold. He
Oh
just
yeah.
can't help
Oh
himself.
yeah. No. He very much has a martyrdom attitude. He
is
likes to see himself as that hero out there, you know, fighting the good fight or whatever. And the problem is he's the firebug setting the fires.
Yes, and in the most glorious way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Emma Washington. Douche's hypocrisy is over the roof. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And Welsh Lady, a year ago, I met a fabulous guy. Oh, a fabulous friend. Happy 8K. Thank you so much, Welsh Lady. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. You know, hitting that 8K is a nice achievement. My goal by the end of the year is to hit 10. That is my goal.
Oh yeah. We got a long ways to go. Yeah, that happen. That could happen real easy.
But I'll have to throw like a little celebration. Bravo! Thank you. Oh, you out of here, Mike. You have a good one, Mike. You have a good night. No, I mean it's ironic to me that he continues to file bullshit filings. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be because that's the type of person he is. I mean, he keeps failing on every front. I would not be surprised if when he shows up in court in April that judge doesn't just lay all this in front of him and go, this is why I hate fucking litigators.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably say it much nicer than I do.
Oh, yeah,
but I have a feeling that's where the judge is at with this. It's just like, listen, there is no reason for having these filings.
Mm-hmm.
Have you turned over discovery yet? Yep. You were required to turn over discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Can't keep your eyes open. See you on the next one. You have a good one, Mary. You have a wonderful one. And thank you very much for coming by. Well,
that's the thing. That's the strategy to it. And we talked about that before. If he thinks he's just going to waltz in there and slap this down and say, hey, guess what? This is our evidence. This is our... No, that's not how that works. It's not going to be accepted.
No.
It won't be.
No.
They will not allow it to be admitted because the opposing counsel did not have time to review it. That's what part of discovery.
And that's why he's and that's the thing is because what I see happening is they don't turn over discovery, and guess what? Guess who turns over all of that information and shows all of those receipts? And they won't be able to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to, I mean, this is only, we're only in what, March now?
Yep.
Pushing into April,
yep.
May, June, July, August, September, October. Is it August or October?
It's in August.
August. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, but then like we were already saying too, I mean, April 3rd is right around the corner. So that'll be a defining moment as to whether or not this even goes to August. At this point, because there would have to be, well, okay, let's say April 3rd goes a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that were to step in, they would have to give them time. So more than likely, that case would end up being would have to be pushed out again. There would have to be another court date set.
Well, and there's always also that possibility that the judge may end up combining the two cases. It's been known to happen. Because there's two federal cases and he's handling both of them. There's a big possibility that he combines both of them and says, yeah, we're going to extend this out to, May of next year. And I expect no more filings until then. I expect everybody to work together and come up with
Well, I
resolutions for
don't.
this.
Based on what happened before, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, judge can do pretty much anything at this point.
Yeah, I don't see him combining them though, because that was kind of why they ended up having to go and refile anyway.
Yeah,
even
but
though
if
they
he-
are
but here's the thing.
related to a certain degree.
Well, think about this. Think about this. If Bruce loses his pro hoc VJ status,
Hmm.
okay, that means she loses a lawyer,
Right.
and somebody else is going to have to step in. So the judge may say, I'm going to reschedule this for a later time, and while I'm at it, you know what? I'm gonna add all these other clients to it, and we're just going to handle this as one case because it involves Preston and Cook. He could easily kick out the other clients. He could keep them in and say, now you've got X amount of time to find new attorneys for yourself, Lynette and John. I mean, you don't know how a judge is going to react to these kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he could do anything at this point. I don't put it past him to say, yeah, I'm just going to combine both of these together, and I expect that the next attorney that comes in is going to behave himself, and he's gonna have a lot of catching up to do in a short period of time. What if she can't find another lawyer? Then she'll have to go pro bono. I mean, she'll have to go pro se. If she can't find another lawyer, that she'll have another choice.
Yeah.
She'll end up becoming a pro se litigant unless she can secure another attorney.
Well,
and that'll be up to her.
That's part of the problem. Trying to find an attorney that actually has any ethics or is worth their salt to have anything to do with it, because any attorney that has a modicum of self-preservation or ethics or what have you, they wouldn't touch this case with your dick and me pushing. So
yeah, there could be the same attorney that was down in Florida that did Sarah Boone. He's available.
Well, like I said, finding an attorney that has any modicum of
True.
I didn't say there aren't attorneys out there.
Well, and the problem is Bruce will probably be trying to find one for her, which is the worst thing that could happen for her.
Yeah.
This is one of those
and
things
I don't know,
where
that could also be where, prior to that, before he goes, I'm not sure if he could order that or not. That prior to
no.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
so.
he would put it on delay
Yeah.
until she finds an attorney.
Yeah.
And possibly in the meantime Bruce could be sanctioned or have to pay court fees for his shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because the judge isn't going to punish the client for shitty attorney doing shitty things. The judge will punish the attorney for doing shitty things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it goes. How is she going to pay the fine? No, she wouldn't pay the fine. That's what I'm saying is the judge wouldn't fine her for it. He would fine the attorney for it. Because there's a certain amount of decorum attorneys are required that I'm not required to have, that Volstorm isn't required to have, that Valhalla isn't required to have, that Yamaha isn't required to have, that Jeremy is not required to have. They don't have to behave.
Well, that's part of the problem. That's where they get lost in this whole thing, is that the useless turds and others want to sit there and say, oh, well, he's the attorney of record on this one case, but in this other case, he's a litigant. It doesn't matter. He's a licensed attorney. And then they try to equate that, for instance, to say like Jeremy Hales. Well, look at what he's saying. Look how he's acting. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
He is not a licensed attorney. He is not bound by the rules of ethics.
Yes.
He's not beholden to a board. And Bubbles is.
and as is Randy, as is the judge.
Right.
That's the biggest problem with them. Well, BBB can give advice to the new attorney. Yeah, that would be a really bad idea. If it was any attorney that was worth any bit of salt, he would not listen to him. Yeah. He would go and he would look at this case and go, I'm going to do all that I can, but you're screwed.
Yeah.
And he would do the best job that he possibly could. He wouldn't file frivolous shit. He wouldn't put in a whole bunch of garbage. He would say, "Yeah, we're gonna have discovery. You're gonna have to suck it up and answer these questions." You put yourself in this position. You know, this is the thing. Whenever you put yourself in this kind of position where you're going on the attack of somebody, or you're making defamatory statements, there's consequences to that.
No.
There's always consequences to that.
Well, Patrick, I wouldn't necessarily hold my breath on that idea if it hasn't unless something really egregious happens. The judge has already had an opportunity to swear out a warrant for contempt just for failure to follow orders on discovery alone. So he could have already had him picked up and charged with contempt of court on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd hold my breath on that, but anyway.
No, I mean, that's the thing. If he's licensed, he's not going to check his background. That's not how it works. I mean, you know, and I say this because, you know, there's like for example, you know, we have something here in the state of Georgia. It's called a special master, and they call it something else in Florida. Mug raid. Well, you guys are late. You missed all the fun stuff. Foxy Lady raid. Oh, you missed all the fun stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys must have went really long tonight. That's all I could say. Of course, you know, they're known to go long and hard. I love doing that to him. Oh my gosh, what it is? See how is the Megan doing? Let me do this. Give her a hard time. Let's see, where are you? There we go. Paste that in there. If you want to swing by, Megan, you're welcome to come by. I open up a slot for you. Not dirty like that, but had a short video debuting after your stream. I hope it was good, Megan. Oh. I didn't see what was Megan wearing. You missed you missed all the fun stuff. Oh well, Valhalla, it happens. I do miss all the fun stuff.
Well, welcome everybody coming in late. Yeah.
Welcome. It'd be fun. Hey, Shizzy and the rest of the nuts, welcome. So great, so kind of gift. Oh, yes, thank you. Tracy Weldon gave 5 gifted memberships. Tracy, thank you so much. That is so kind of you. It is that keeps those fine people just enjoying this content. Vala, kisses. Brother. Brother, you have no idea how many kisses you're going to get during Dollywood. Not for me. Don't look at me. You ain't going to be getting none from me. You'll get a hug if you're lucky. Not a mouth hug either. Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you. You just got a membership. Yeah. You know, it's really weird. He gets a membership and he's got that little blue wrench.
Yeah.
I love it. But there was also a new filing. And I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about that. That new filing came in, and I'm not going to go over it because I'm going to save that for another day. But it looks like Therese and Brett Granger are suing Michelle Preston. They already have. Oh, you're getting a hug. I'm gonna pick your little ass up and spin you.
He's a hugger.
He's a hugger. Good luck. You said you're gonna pick my fat ass up and good luck. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Oh my gosh, yes, welcome. But yeah, it's
Oh, he's used to
the
wrestling goats. He could toss you around.
yeah. I mean, he wears them like a belt. You know, that's what it is. He wears a belt.
Yeah.
He just hooks their hoofs together and walks around like that. How do you?
His
think he
wife
ended
won't
up
let him have
sleeping?
a real loincloth, so he just ties some goats to him.
Well, yeah. Why do you think there's so many baby goats running around?
And
Duh. Oh, love those spinners. Such a- Guys are killing me. Oh my gosh. Yes, for 55K. Yeah, they're just trying to recoup the what it costs them. I mean, it's not cheap whenever you go into a lawsuit. I mean,
yeah.
we cover lawsuits over here, and a lot of other people in this law tube spheres thing. They talk about lawsuits, but you don't realize all this stuff costs a lot of money.
Hmm.
And until you get into one, you're just like, oh, I mean, everyone goes, oh, well, look, Rittenhouse, and he, one of the largest cases that year that came out, and that was not cheap for him.
Yeah.
Even though he won, that still cost a lot of money.
Mhm. Yep.
Shizzy's shorter than everybody in chat. That is so true, man. I'm just a wee little man. I'm a leprechaun. Don't make me come after you. Don't make me come after you. Dan Davis. Oh, pray that these solar panels help you a lot. That would be awesome. Awesome. Yeah, awesome, Heather May. I hope so. That would be awesome. Jeremy wins. Well, I mean, it's all right. I'll stop distracting y'all. No, you're funny as hell, dude. It is one of those where you don't want to be involved in a lawsuit at all. I mean, because I know I've said this before. The only people that win in a lawsuit are the attorneys.
Yeah.
Bruce, not so much, because, well, he's an idiot. He really is an idiot. He's got himself into a pickle, and I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out well for him, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
This is the kind of the last kind of stuff that I would want to be involved in. Do you think I should show everybody J Hip's music?
Oh, because you were going to do a thing for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get struck because I'm giving it to him. I should probably look. Let me see. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna show it. I'll give a nice little hint to it. And I talked to him a little bit earlier today. It turned out better than I thought. What I'll do is I'll show you the ones that I'm not using. How's that? I'll show you the ones that I put together that are not. Yeah, I'll give the whole one here. Let's see. I want to see if I've got the whole thing, not just part of it, not half of it. Yeah, I got one. All right, here we go. I'll show you guys. Sort of, because I took his idea of what he wanted to have, and I won't give you the teaser. I'll let him play it. I send it over to Rosalind so she could work her magic. So here we go. This is the one that I didn't do for him.
Yo, it's your boy J Hip. Mike's hot, truth's hotter. I don't fake, I don't fold, I don't follow. I just tell it like it is, and they can't handle that. Let's go. J Hip don't play, J Hip don't lie. Speaks from the gut, look you dead in the eye. Got no script, no puppet strings, just real talk and truth that stings. You ask what's up, I'll give you facts. No sugarcoat, no lawyer act. They flex online, but it's all pretend. J-Hip's the type to call out a friend. Who says what you scared to say? J-Hip. Who drops facts like bombs all day? J-Hip. Who don't care if you mad or shook? He's the last real one, write that in a book. He keeps it real, never fake. Calls out snakes while y'all just flake. J-Hip, say it loud. Truth teller walking through the crowd. He keeps it real, that's the deal. Say what he means, tell you how he feel. No cap, no.
Oh wow! Look at what just happened. Hey, doll.
Hi.
Oh,
Hey.
hello.
Hey, girl.
I wasn't going to come in here tonight, but I think I just heard. Did I just hear that you hit 8,000 subscribers today?
I that's what everyone's telling me. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Oh, well, now we have to check. What do you mean you haven't looked? What?
I haven't looked. I don't.
We don't
I
pay
don't look.
attention to those. Yeah.
I don't believe you. You sit on a throne of lies.
Well, now I have looked, and now you got me wondering. I guess I did hit.
I'm
8K.
looking. Did you? Oh my God,
Yeah.
you did. Congratulations. I'm here
Well,
to say
thank you, Megan.
congratulations. And if you hadn't hit it, I was going to shame the chat into making sure that you did before I left.
No, I did. But like I said to everybody, I was like, wait till tomorrow because it's 8K today. Tomorrow it'll drop down to like 5K, and then next week it'll
No,
be like
it will
8.2.
not.
YouTube does weird stuff like that.
It will not. It will be fine. It'll be
does.
fine. I know it does, but not that drastic.
One
Although
expert hit
the
7K
last time,
today.
I know I heard, I was on with him today too. I've been making the rounds. Apparently, I'm good luck. Maybe.
You are good luck. That's right.
But no, I think that I was on with the expert just for a few minutes, and that was fun. He was reading one of the documents as well. God, what a
Oh,
Whoa.
oops, sorry, I hit the wrong
Me off
button. I meant to hit that one. I meant to hit that one. Sorry.
I don't believe you. You sit on the throne of lies. Fine. You want me to go? I'll go.
No,
I'll go.
I'll do this better. I'll
want
do this better. What I'll do is I'll bring you up right here. Let's see. Doggone it. That's not what I meant to do. Right there. There we go.
There you
That's
go.
better. That's
There we
better.
go.
That's better.
We are
That's how I
nothing
like
but
it.
we are nothing but wee little men next to the Megan Fox.
I can't stay. I just came to say congratulations, and
Thank you, doll.
and I'm sorry we went so late. We didn't plan on going that late, and then I had a 20-minute video that was set to premiere after Tug Show. So anyway, that's why it was so late.
Well, you've been busy, girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't it feel good being driven like that?
Yes and no. It's been a crazy day. There's a lot going on here. It's just a lot going on. Thanks, chat. I put socks in my hair to curl it last night. Socks. Did you know you can use socks to curl your hair? Do you want a demonstration? Should I show you? Do you want to see how it works? Because I have to roll it up for tomorrow if I'm going to do it again. Hold on.
That's not
Hold
what
on.
I use
See, I
these
can
socks
multitask. I can get ready for bed and show the chat how to do it. I'll be right back.
All right.
There you go. All right.
All right. Well, while she's doing that, I'll bring up another tune for you guys for Jada.
That's amazing. Do you know how lucky you are?
We get to see
Good programming.
We get our little fashion
Megan, you're not
show.
supposed to have your socks and your face in the same image.
I think that is the rule, isn't it? All right. So you take a sock, a clean sock, right? And the open part goes down this way. So you start the sock at the top of your hair, and it's kind of like a French braid. You just twist the hair around the sock. Now, this is going to be difficult because this is not a mirror. This is like backwards. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, this is not working.
I have no idea.
It doesn't work because it's not a mirror. It's like the opposite of a mirror, and so it's really bad. So basically, you just twirl the hair like a French braid. I can't do this without being in a mirror. And you twirl it around. Oh God, Larry's here. You twirl it around the sock this way.
How you doing?
And you wrap it this way, like this, all the way around until you get all the hair on one side. And then you just flip up the bottom and put a rubber band in it. I swear it works.
So
but
Larry,
I can't do it in the camera. I need a mirror.
Are you taking notes, Larry? Are you taking notes?
Larry needs
curl
this.
Your hair, Larry.
This is why I keep my hair short usually. Larry,
Do a DUI guy. Oh well, DUI guy. You have an honor of getting a nice warm spot on the helmet here. My R-tard.
A warm spot? I don't think I want to be on the warm spot. I don't know. That seems interesting. I don't know. I don't like the warm spot. You know what's funny about that? So my husband and I have been married many years, going on 25 years. And one of his biggest pet peeves is if I'm on his side of the bed and I make his side of the bed warm before he gets in it.
No.
And he'll be like, ew. Like, ew, I like my cold sheets when I get in. Like, don't be on my side of the bed.
Yeah.
No. Right? Who is excited? What does Larry have going on next week? What?
I don't know. I think he's some talking info about Karen Reed.
Oh, that could be it. Right. That is coming up next
Wait a minute.
week, isn't
is
it?
April 3rd next week?
Well, that would be next week.
Yes.
Yeah. So
April 3rd is
he might
next
be
week.
talking about April 3rd.
I hope that's what he's talking about is April 3rd because yes, we are so excited for that.
Yeah.
And I've got some 3D stuff going on that is absolutely insane. And I'm just like, I'm hoping to be back by April 3rd.
I think Larry might be going to Pensacola.
He needs to hook up with Lauren.
She's not going to be there.
She's not going to be able to make it?
Mm-mm.
Damn it. See, I was just down in Jacksonville and I didn't have a chance to meet up with her. I was so busy. You saw all the pictures I sent you while I was working on that stuff.
I did. You have a lot of nice things you were working on there. Very good craft, as they say.
Yes, it was good.
He needs a vacation from his vacation.
Oh God!
I need a vacation from my vacation.
Well,
I got freaking
you too.
sick.
Yeah, and being
and then my
sick,
poor mom is in the hospital. So I just got a text that she's going home with my sister tonight. So
good.
I guess they're not keeping her. Oh yeah, Larry just texted. He was talking about the hearing in Pensacola.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, you can if you want to send him a link. He can come on by. You can come on by and chat for a bit if he's available. Yeah, just
will.
Drop him a link.
I will. On my way out, I'll go do that. But you guys have a great rest of your night. I will.
Yeah, you too.
I will see you later. It was good to talk to you. And Yamaha, we missed you. I'm glad you're back reading letters and things. We missed your missed your contributions.
Yeah, the whole they're always fun. Oh, I love those letters. Oh yeah.
Oh, and people
Shizzy's
are
a talent. I just read. That's all.
Well, people are going to have to go back and watch the two because I did 2 letters today.
Yeah.
Two letters.
2 letters? Well, then I'm going to go back definitely and listen to that as I'm drifting off into blissful sleep. I will listen to your recitation of the letters, and then in the morning I'll listen again while I'm conscious. That's how it works.
Exactly, because she's going to lay down in bed, and that warm spot's going to get really warm.
It's that voice, Yamaha. What do we? That voice is just too. It's too good. It's too good. All right, guys, I gotta go.
Well, I'm glad you like it. Bye.
Oh, that's awesome. That's hilarious. I get a kick out of that. Being a civil matter, it's not required that they have to have an attorney. Interesting dates to look out so far: April 3rd and May 1st. Yeah, the dates are they're coming along really fast. Your letters are fantastic, and the gentleman doing the reading is great. Love his voice. I'm not familiar with him, so you can tell me who he is, please. Well, this here would be Yamaha Biker. He has an evil twin brother that is called I Have a Story. And Welsh Lady's got his link right there in the chat. So you take in, let get it up there. Or you can drop your link, you can do that. And what I'll do is I'll pin it up there so people have it, so they can actually go and check that thing out. And then go and subscribe to him, because he does stuff that is totally unrelated to all of this.
Yeah.
And he does stories. He tells beautiful stories, and he makes them no, I don't want to show the question there. Here we go. Let's do this. And
yeah,
I've got it right here. Pin in the chat. So I've got it.
Well, Lady
right
beat me.
up
We
there
hit
in
it
the
at the
chat.
same time. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, I've got it pinned right there in the chat. It's perfect. It is perfect bedtime reading or listening or whatever you ladies do late at night whenever you're feeling lonely and need some campfire stories.
Just a little different, I try to keep it open. I try to keep it open, little library there. I don't want to get stuck in one, pigeonholed into one genre. So
yeah,
some Civil War related ghost stories, other things, whatever hits whatever tickles my fancy at the time,
or tickles their fancy.
Well,
depends on how much they're begging for.
Apparently, I've been told it doesn't really matter what I read, but whatever.
Can you just read Dr. Seuss all night for us?
Just read me the phone book. I don't care. I've seen that a lot. Could you read my grocery list to me?
Eggplant.
Cucumbers.
Carrots. What is up with this grocery list?
Yeah.
Oh,
these people eat some weird shit. I don't know. What the hell are you making?
Oh, she says, oh, I lay back, drift off. What do you think I do?
What you would do with either one of those? I don't know. I'm glad people enjoy it. I really, and my laugh, people just like me, people just like throwing shit out there just to hear me laugh for whatever reason. Well, I'm glad people enjoy it. Whatever, that's fine. I just read. I don't know.
Well, yes, he reads stories, and because he's got such a glorious voice, I enjoy having him on here to read mine. It's fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, plus, he's got opinions, but he doesn't share those on his own channel.
Yes, no. Shizzy has given me a good, we're able to bounce that off each other, and yeah, I just try and keep all that stuff separate, But
oh my gosh, guess what?
So,
Larry,
hey, what's going on, Larry?
How's it going?
How you doing?
I had to troll a little bit. I am usually not like my name. I just came up with it on the fly, and this is not me. This is not who I am. This is not what I do. But I figured if there is one place. There is one place where I can do this, it is Shizzy's fucking channel.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Because next Thursday, there is going to be a very large deuce dropped from the Florida bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to be there for that?
Yeah.
Yes, Chandler and I are going.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be so good. Oh man, and I wish I could be down there with you guys because it would be glorious.
Why don't you come? What's wrong? Busy?
Well, I actually have 3D life that's happening like really fast and furious, and I've got to be really involved for the next few weeks, and I'm not sure where I'm going to be. Like I'm going to be here or at another place, and I'm just bouncing all over the place. Like my past couple of weeks have been crazy enough that I've been just like,
Well, good for you, man. That's
it is
busy
good.
is good. Yeah. Well, I will probably live stream not from the courtroom. I'm sure the judge is not going to be very happy with that, because federal courts, they don't allow cameras unless you have even if you have prior request or whatever. I mean, I've never seen cameras in a federal trial. Think of the Trump trial, or the Diddy trial coming up, or like all these federal cases. There's sketchers, the sketches.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Yeah, still use sketch artists.
Yep, sketch artist. That's the word I was looking for.
Well,
and like midnight here.
And this judge was pretty adamant early on whenever they were talking about recording these Zoom hearings and stuff like that. He was just like, "Oh no, we're not having any of that."
Well, that's for a different reason, I think.
Well, yeah, but I think that'll still hold true with him. Of like, yeah, I'm not playing this. This is not. He doesn't appear to like the circus too much. Got going on.
Well, I think, if you want my opinion, I thought there was a completely obvious reason, but maybe I'm wrong, and please tell me if I am. My perception was this. Apparently there's an order that he entered on December 9th, 2024 in the case, and basically said, no fuckery. You guys play nice. Okay? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Right? And Randy went over that in his motion from a couple of weeks ago, and and the judge was like, okay, we're done here. All of you are coming to court. I don't care if you're flying from Boston, you're driving, I don't give a shit. You're coming to court, and you're going to answer to my face how you're emailing another lawyer, calling them a scumbag, calling their client an imbecile, in email correspondences. And did you get a chance to go over his response that he filed today?
Bruce's response today?
Bruce's response, yeah. He filed 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever read in my life.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Not only does he admit one of the allegations, he literally writes, guilty.
He readmits it. He did the same filing last week.
Yeah.
It was the same exact filing. He copied, and pasted and filed the same damn thing. He filed for sanctions. It's the same filing. Go back a week and he filed the same damn thing. After the judge said, stop filing this bullshit, he turns around and he files it again. Twice. And then he filed the shit with Amanda Martin today on top of that.
I can't keep up, dude. With that and the Karen Reed on top, I just can't. My practice, I can't keep up. So thanks for filling me in. I had no idea.
Yes, he filed, and if you go back and watch this, you'll see the filing that he filed, and you're just going to go, oh no, why, what, no, and I was, because I went over this, and I was like, and I had to actually take notes on it, because the what he filed, I started looking at it, and because the judge already said, and in his filing, these are his complaints, not verbatim, but he's complaining that Cook and Preston tried to get the whole case thrown out by claiming the court didn't have the right to hear it anymore because Hales couldn't win enough money. He filed that again. The judge rejected that and clearly said Hales did not lie and act in bad faith. The court had proper jurisdiction when the case started, and that's all that matters. It makes it really hard for the defendants to argue that the Hales or his lawyer acted in bad faith in general, when the defendants filed a sanctions motions against Hale's lawyer right after they lost the motion to dismiss. They filed another motion under 28 U.S.C. 1927. Again, the law allows a judge to make a lawyer pay money if they drag out a case in a way that's wasteful, dishonest, or done just to annoy people. And the way that he filed it makes it look like he's doing it to spite the court and to make a point.
Yep.
And in doing so, I think the judge is going to look at it and he's going to go, He's going to dismiss all of that shit.
And Megan is saying he asked for an extension for what?
What the hell was it for?
Not
what
for
was
the
that
April 3rd
extension?
hearing, I hope, because the judge will
No.
never grant that.
No, it was on the previous one, which is the one that was moved to for today, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That he had to file by today because the original one was actually due, I believe it was on the 20th. And so he filed for that extension, and Belitho gave him to today. Or
He asked for
Oh,
an
yeah,
extension,
he-
file a response. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
highlighted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Well, let me put it to you this way. You know, from August until about December, that was Bruce's heyday. That was like the Roman Empire at its peak. You know, he's
while he's up there playing the fiddle and watching it burn.
he's
Yeah.
going to he files all these motions. He goes on the Fleas channel. He goes on Mo Middletown, whatever his name is, and they're just having a grand old time. They're raking in money. They're thinking this is the gravy train that's just gonna keep on giving. And not only that, folks, there's more. These motherfuckers these big YouTubers that we are going to destroy are gonna pay us the big bucks, and we're gonna be, ching-a-ling-a-ling. Like, that, what's his name? Not the Donald Duck. He's got like the cousin from Disney that's like swims in the coins in the vault.
Yes.
Or
Oh yeah,
whatever
yeah,
his name
yeah.
is. That's what they had a vision. They were like, this is gonna be us. This is us.
Yeah.
And in December, the House of Cards started falling apart. They had to dismiss the case against me, Jeremy, George, and what's his name? The one who
What-
makes the music.
The Radis.
The Granger.
Yeah, DJ Radis.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, DJ
now
Radis.
the Trespass 5 lawsuit is dismissed, and I mean it's falling apart. And but here's the kicker. That's not just falling apart on its own. It's fueled by a community, number one, and number two, you can't just dismiss a case and say, "Whoopsie, my bad. I'll see you later.
Yeah,
Hey, no harm,
right.
no foul. Shake on it." Fuck you, dude. No,
Yeah.
we're not gonna let you get away that easily.
Yeah.
Well, and
Scrooge
you know
McDuck,
that.
thank you.
Yeah, you know that.
And they've
that
got nothing to
shock-
lose on it because she's not paying anything, and he's pro bonus. They got nothing
Right.
to lose, so they think they can just do this shit and then just run away.
Yes.
They're in for a rude awakening, and
Yeah.
I don't like hating on people. I mean, even my enemies, I love my haters. I love my enemies. They're the ones who like make life worth living. But like, after 28 years of practicing law, Bruce still hasn't made a name for himself, and he thought this was finally his big break. But
Yeah.
the problem is when you mix, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an analogy that's not disgusting, and it's not working in my head right now. Because it's too late.
You can
I-
say disgusting stuff.
my name
here.
is Dropper of Deuces in the chat, so I don't.
Yeah.
Trust me, we say some of the most vile stuff here, so you're not. I'm not in no worries over. it.
You're just, if you put some colored dye in a cesspool, it's not going to do anything, and that's what I feel like. Bruce has been trying to like do something, but when you don't have the knowledge, the skills, the ability, again, not trying to hate on the guy, I'm speaking facts.
Right.
He just keeps running into walls, and he doesn't understand why. Well, I can
Because
tell
he's a
you why.
Roomba.
Because you just
Yeah, exactly.
I like
All he
that.
does is suck shit up.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just, you can't
Get
figure it
stuck
out.
under the bed.
What he was
That was
designed to do
good.
just
That was really
suck.
good.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, because the what I've noticed throughout all of this is, he's associating himself with some of the most vile people in the
Yes.
and I don't mean this to like throw shade on people. I'm talking legitimately vile people. We're talking about people that have gone to prison, that have almost caused international incidents. We're talking about a guy that violated 2 women in like one of the worst possible ways.
Oh, I didn't know
Not
about
only
that.
their confidence, but sexually.
Okay, well, I don't
And
want to talk about it. This is too much. Let's talk about something else. But yeah, I'm with you. He aligned himself with those people.
and he still continues to do it, and he does it willfully because he wants to get internet fame or something.
I don't know.
I
Well,
don't.
it's like
They reached out
what
to me.
Larry was saying. That's exactly what it is. He was wanting to get his fame, which is why he was going around humping everybody's leg, trying to get a platform so he could talk about his mac and cheese shit. I mean, he still hasn't let go of that.
Yeah, it's so great when Bruce
And
tells
that was
Larry
what
how
he
to be
was
successful.
Trying to do. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives dude lives in a 3-2 on a busy intersection. Okay, I mean, come on. You know, it's like, dude, really, you're gonna tell someone how to be successful. It's like me telling my wife how to lawyer.
Right. Right.
She she knows what she's doing. Trust me. She's got it down. I ask her questions, you know, especially through a lot of this stuff. I'm just like, is this right? And she was like, oh, that's a bad idea.
I sometimes break. I kind of break the fourth wall a little bit. I've done it before when I try to talk to like my audience directly, and I did it to Bruce many months ago when he first filed this lawsuit. I made a video about the lawsuit, and I said, dude, like, what are you doing? I predicted the future because I'm very blessed in the sense that I'm an empath. I am very good with people. I have studied psychology for my entire life, animal psychology, human psychology, and I sense things. I know what's going to happen before it happens. This is how you can be successful in life, by being able to predict, maybe not 100% accuracy, but you can see where how the cookie's going to crumble and where the pieces are going to land when all is said and done. You don't need to be freaking Nostradamus. You can just have common sense and having a little bit of life experiences, you know?
Yeah.
And
Well, it must be nice because I haven't learned a goddamn thing because Shizzy has been my doom. So it doesn't work for me. I can't see shit.
even Megan is saying, I can confirm Larry has predicted all of this. I wouldn't go that far, but
No, you've predicted quite a bit of this, you know, and
I'm not
that was one of the reasons why, you know, and I've heard different tales about all this kind of crap.
Sure.
And I talked to somebody that Bruce wanted to be on with, and he was just like, you're representing the person that I'm going to be talking about, and there's no way I'm having you on my channel.
Yeah.
Like, this is, you know, this goes against all kinds of ethics. He goes, I won't do it. And, you know, he got lambasted because of it. Because, you know, now Bruce thinks that it's some bad thing, but you did the same thing. Was just like, yeah, there's something off about you, man.
You did this to us, and now you're sad and mad that we're doing it back to you. Like, you can't be like that. Pick one. Either don't do it or don't be mad when it happens to you.
Well,
Right.
part of his problem is that he thinks he's right in everything that he does. He can't be wrong.
And that's very dangerous.
Yeah. And so he's just going balls to the wall, and that's why I keep referring it to him being in his death throes. He's just flailing around, grasping, trying to grab that last breath, and continuing to throw shit around. Trying to fight that last death knell. Yeah, that bell.
I recorded a video earlier today. I sent it to my editor. It should be ready Thursday. And I once again, I know it's fruitless. It's more for our audience, your audience, my audience, Megan's, Tug's, Jeremy's audiences. But I'm hoping maybe on some level. I talked to Bruce directly I have like a little soliloquy where I forgot where I was for like 3-4 minutes. I was just trying to picture him standing in front of me, and I was talking to him. You'll see it in the video when it premieres, and just trying to get through. Like I'm such an idealist sometimes, for probably to my detriment. Like at the end of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, I legitimately thought like there's a chance maybe Amber Heard will have learned her lesson and turn a new leaf, and people were like, Larry, get the fuck out of here. That's never gonna happen. But I was an idealist. I like to think, you know, people have the capacity, because I have changed. And I hope that, you know, and I think that other people have the capacity for it. And so maybe that's my little, you know, in my little soliloquy to him, maybe I'll get to him. Doubtful, but you'll see it when I mean when the video premieres on Thursday.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We're definitely looking forward to it because, you know, enjoy the stuff you've been doing. Do you have anything else coming up?
So I've been doing a lot of the Karen Reed stuff on my channel. Basically every day is more Karen Reed. I had one P. Diddy video. I don't even want to start talking about it. It's going to take an hour just to explain. So,
oh, I know. No, you don't have to worry. I do understand. It's the same way with this. Like whenever I've had people say, "Hey, you want to come on and talk about, you know, what's going on with this?" I was like, I don't have enough time. I mean, I really don't. And that's sort of what threw off one of these journalists that wanted to have a conversation. I just, you know. They're throwing out stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, you're like, that's like last week. If you want to know more, you need to go back further. You need to take this all the way back, and then come back to me and start asking me questions, because in the meantime, it's just jabber.
Yeah. But yeah, so to answer your question, Karen Reed, mostly, I'm taking the testimony of different witnesses. Like I just finished and I have ready in the hopper Brian Tully's testimony. There are going to be 4 episodes of that. I have 7 episodes of Yuri Buchanek, also known as Yuri Bukaki. His testimony on all cross-examination, no direct, because that's boring. And then I'm finishing up the Higgins series. I have a bunch others. I have like Jennifer McCabe. I have Matthew McCabe. I'm going to do Allie McCabe. I'm also going to do Guarino and what's his name? Nicholas Barros, Trooper Paul, and Brian Albert. And of course, when the trial number 2 actually starts, I'm going to premiere rather than going live, because doing live trials is very difficult for me right now. Like my practice has changed dramatically, and for the better, but it needs me. And so I can't stream for 8 hours a day every day like I used to. I mean, I may be able to go back to it at some point, but not right now. And I'm going to do those videos, and then I have like a bunch of trials that we have done. I have like 4 or 5 trials. That's going to be another month of content, you know, all in the hopper. So I have, like, honestly, if I stop recording right now, I have 2 months that I can premiere content for, which is great. But of course, I'm not going to stop. The goal for me, like this year, because I kind of took a break with my grandfather getting sick and passing, so I just couldn't. I needed to get away from everything. And now the goal is to literally have 1 video a day, every day until the end of the year. No exceptions.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
All new stuff. Every single one is brand new. No repeats, by the way.
And what I need to do is I probably need to talk with somebody and figure out how to do a little bit better on this recording stuff, because I mean, and I know it doesn't take a whole lot of production. It just takes a little time getting everything set up and making sure that you're hitting it right. So whenever I'm out of town, I can have stuff going. Because my chat, I came back after being gone a week, and they're just like,
yeah,
we've been having withdrawals. I was like,
going through withdrawals.
I know. You telling me. I still have people, Larry, we missed you, and I've been back for like 2 months. It takes a while, because like your audience is coming from all over, and I've had people who are like, "Oh my God, you're back! I didn't know." We're like, I just found out yesterday, and it's been, like I said, like a couple months now. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna kick this thing down and kick it out. If you want to hang out for a little bit, I usually hang out for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes afterwards if you're up for it.
Shit, you keep me on here for 3 hours.
Well, wait, sorry. What was the question? 10 to 15 minutes? What?
10 to 15 minutes after the stream ends, if you want to hang out, feel free.
Oh,
I'm getting ready to
maybe.
end the stream. Yeah, it's up to
when
you.
are you ending it?
Right now.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah, I'll hang out.
All right. Here you
right,
go, everybody. Make
Thank
sure
you,
you
everybody.
catch Yamaha
Thanks, guys.
over there,
Yeah.
and check out Larry. Make sure you've gone and subbed
Yeah.
up to him. I'm sure that you're probably already subbed up to him. If you're not, you need to do so now, immediately. Go check out his new one that's going to be coming out tomorrow, right?
Thursday. Well, technically, yeah,
Thursday.
you're right. It is tomorrow because it's already Wednesday on the Eastern Seaboard. So,
Exactly.
yeah, it will be released tomorrow, the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
So be on the lookout for that. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you very soon.
Night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, let's at the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burnt out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's. Agenda will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.
Hey, go throw some bacon in the chat for Camelot.